I built this N8N automation system that uses AI to score the new lead that was added to your high-level CRM. So this particular automation system can be useful for service-based companies because the system was also capable of sending personalized quotations based on the user requirement complexity. So the whole logic was already equipped with my own use case, which was nothing but an automation agency where I provide automation services and all. So this particular system can be personalized to any other service industry or service business. So firstly, let me show you the demo. After that, let me simply explain the data flow in the whole system. So yeah, let's see things in action. For simplicity, I already created a contact in my high-level CRM, and I also created a internal workflow automation. Whenever a new contact was created, it will send those details to this particular webhook, which was nothing but this. Okay. So, and I already pinned that particular contact, payload, contact creation payload. So indeed, this was a real payload that was sent from the GoHighLevel. So yeah, let's see by executing the workflow. Okay, the lead was qualified and it simply sends the client a message. I mean, the initial message. So let's see, let's verify it from my phone. So yeah, we obviously received the message. So let's try to talk with the agent to give our requirement and the details it will ask this. Okay, it replies me back and simply asks me some random, not random questions, some meaningful questions which are seriously needed to simply understand my requirement well and give an estimation for that particular project. So let me just enter everything. I mean, let me just answer all of those questions. And by the way, these questions are completely dynamic. Okay, perfect. It gave me an estimation. So whenever the particular or AI agent simply gave me back the estimation, it should also notify the internal teammate about, okay, this particular client came in and he got this particular requirement, and I gave him this particular, $1,500 to $2,500 estimation. So please deal with it. So the AI agent will automatically send this particular message to the Telegram of the internal, service agency. So right here, I also have this thing. So see, we got it. So that's how this whole automation system will go. Let me explain you how this automation system will work. Firstly, whenever a new contact was added to high level, it will fire this particular webhook because of this internal automation that I have been built. Whenever a new contact was created, it will fire a webhook to this particular URL. So just replace this URL with the webhook URL with your production webhook URL. So this was my sample webhook URL. So I simply gave it here. So because of that, whenever a new lead was pushed from the Facebook leads or any other sources, and which results in creating a new contact in our high-level CRM, this particular webhook will get triggered. After that, we will clean the data, and after we will be using Apify to run Google's AI overview about the lead. Google AI overview was nothing but just this, which was completely the AI mode, Google's AI mode. Currently, Google's AI mode doesn't had an API, so because of that reason, I had to use API scraper. So after that, yeah, and by the way, this was the prompt that I have been using for the Google AI mode. Provide a professional background summary for the name and the associated email. Search public directories and company websites and professional networks like LinkedIn, extract and written current job title and current employee past experience linked to the public professional profiles. So this was the prompt that I have been giving to the Google's AI mode via API's, Google AI overview scraper. So the API will return the output, right? So we will be using that particular output and simply rank the whole thing. Okay. Simply score the complete lead based on the, value of the particular lead, which was given by the Google AI overview. So after that, it will be using this particular expression. So whenever the lead score was greater than 80 or equal to the 80, it will use this particular, workflow, sub workflow. If the, lead score was greater than 40, I mean, greater than or equal to 40 and less than 79, so it will simply outputs 1. So it will use this particular workflow. And all the below values, which was nothing but below 40, will passes to the 2. And the 2 and the second, output, I mean, the second switch node hasn't even, connected to any other thing because that will be considered maybe the lead was complete noise and maybe the lead was cold one. So yeah, it is better for us not to connect to any single node. Okay, so it will simply update. I mean, this particular AI agent will simply returns us these details, lead score and score breakdown and the recommendation and the next steps. So we will be saving those custom fields in your high level CRM itself, just like this. Just a second. See, just like this, we will be saving those things, you know, lead score and score breakdown and the A recommendation, next steps and all. So yeah, and after that, it will create an opportunity. Opportunity was nothing but we have a pipeline which was called marketing pipeline. It had 4 stages: new lead, contacted, proposal sent, and close. So whenever a lead was scored greater than 40 by the AI agent, it was eligible to create an opportunity in this particular pipeline. Okay, so this particular node simply creates that particular opportunity, and it was allotted the first stage, which was nothing but the new lead stage. So after we sending a WhatsApp message, then we simply update the stage of that particular opportunity to contacted because we initiated the conversation already, and we it was nothing but we already contacted the client. So after that, whenever the that particular client or the user simply replied back to the message we simply sent here, this particular sub workflow will completely a full-fledged agent out there which simply grabs the customer requirements, and it will gives the quotation, I mean estimated quotation too, and it will send say a telegram message to the internal team about this particular new lead. So the internal teammate will go, I mean move forward and simply take the client from there, and we will be also cross verifying whether this particular client, uh, we can get a lot of WhatsApp replies, right? So we also be cross verifying whether the particular number which simply replied back was actually in our high level CRM or not. If there is not, we won't encourage such automated replies to that particular number. Okay. So, so the cross verification will be also done. So, yeah. And after, whenever the agent simply got every single details, every single requirement about the, every single client's requirement, it will save that particular thing as a node. Okay. Save the user requirement as node in our own GoHighLevel CRM, like exactly like here. So, just have a look. This was the last note. Just see, it will save exactly like this. Okay. So this is how the whole automation system will work. So that's it for today.